Collateral gets a 4K release, Arrow unveils their February 2021 slate, and 2 weeks! Total Recall hits 4K this week. All this and more in the next Physical Media Report. Stay tuned. What is up, everybody? I'm Ken with Mid-Level Media, back again for another edition of the Physical Media Report. This is episode 34 of my weekly Physical Media Rundown, where I go over with you all the new 4K and Blu-ray announcements, what is coming out this week that's new. I go over the deals of the week. I give you the top 5 Blu-rays and the top 5 4Ks of the past week. We just go over, we just talk physical media on this show. There's tons to talk about today. I feel like I haven't done one of these in a long time because it's been almost 2 weeks since I did that pre-recorded episode. And guys, this is I am back. I am done with my 11-day straight work binge where I had to do for my peak season at work. And I am back ready to talk movies, ready to talk physical media, ready to talk what has come out this week. And we've got a lot of stuff to talk about because I've got some stuff that was announced last week, but because my Physical Media Report was pre-recorded, I couldn't break on last week's episode, even though it was announced on that Monday. So I feel terrible about that. I feel like I've been neglecting you guys in the YouTube community. I just hit 1,000 subscribers, which is freaking insane. I'm so excited right now, so pumped up, so thankful for you guys that continue to come back here week after week and support this show, support this channel, support all of my content. And if you are not already a subscriber of the Mid-Level Media channel, please do me a favor and hit that subscribe button. We are well on our way to our road to 2,000 now, which is my next goal on this channel. So I would definitely appreciate your support and your subscription to the channel. I do all kinds of great content on this channel. I do these weekly Physical Media Reports. I do weekly Blu-ray hunts. And yes, my Blu-ray hunt will be back this week, even though I'm a day late on the Physical Media Report. That is going to drop this Tuesday or today. My Blu-ray hunt will be on Wednesday, which is tomorrow. So I'm going to be a day behind because I had to work all day yesterday. My peak went a little bit longer than I expected it to. But I'm back and I'm going to do my Blu-ray hunt tomorrow. Thursday might be some sort of a channel update announcement video. I've got some stuff in the works since I've hit 1,000 that I want to kind of announce and just kind of lay out there. And it's been like 9 months since I've done my last update. So I thought maybe I should do a channel update and just let you all, just to show you all thanks. It's going to be some kind of a celebration update kind of video. But anyway, that's probably going to drop on Thursday. Definitely going to be doing another Friday the 13th review this week. Other than that, I'll probably be back again for the Physical Media Report next week because I'm kind of behind this week. There's not going to be a ton of content, but at least 3 or 4 videos that I'm planning for you guys this week as well. But definitely hit that subscribe button. Also, guys, like this video. Every single like helps this video move up through the YouTube algorithms, allows more eyes on it. Promoting the show, promoting this channel, I definitely appreciate it. And also comment down below anything that you are excited about picking up this week, anything that's newly been announced, anything that's coming out tomorrow or today rather. I'm dropping this a day late, so everything I'm talking about here today actually comes out today, which is, it's kind of weird. I never do it like that, but yeah, I am a day late. These usually drop on Monday. This is Tuesday. I'm sorry, guys, but you know, I figured I don't want to miss one of these. I want to make sure I do these every single week. I don't want to miss one, so I had to get this out, even if it was just a day late. I had to get it out anyway, so I definitely appreciate you guys forgiving me for that and still watching the show. Because, you know, this show isn't really just about breaking the announcements and going over the new releases. It's also just a chance for all of us to come together and talk about physical media and just get excited about it. So that's what I love about doing this show. But let's go ahead and get into what has been newly announced, because February lineup for Arrow Video was announced last week. 2 titles that are coming out in UK only as of right now, and the other 2 are coming out in the UK and the US. So let's get into Beyond Reanimator, which is a sequel, I think the 3rd in that series, which is coming out on February the 1st. Now this is a UK only release. So anybody that lives in the UK, you'll be able to enjoy it. Now, I do think that this might be region free, so some of you all, even outside the US, should be able to watch it as well. but you'll have to order it, internationally to get it. But Demons 1 and 2, which is Dario Argento's films, those come out on February the 22nd. So if you're a fan of those two films, those are coming out from Arrow Video. And also worth pointing out that with Beyond Reanimator, that also has a Vestron release that came out, I believe, a couple of years ago. It's not really confirmed if they're using the same transfer yet or not, but I would imagine it's probably pretty close. But if you want Beyond Reanimator in the US, there is a version of it out there for the Vestron Video, so you don't have to wait for the Arrow. You can probably go ahead and order it right now. The El Dushi Tapes is a US release that comes out on February the 9th, and we also got Shogun's Joy of Torture coming out on February the 23rd. So that's everything coming out from Arrow Video in February. So let's get into the January lineup for Vinegar Syndrome. So they announced their January lineup, and that is Cthulhu Mansion comes out on January the 19th. Dark Tower comes out on January the 19th. Satan's Blood comes out on January the 19th. And The House of Usher also again on January the 19th. So all of these come out on the same date. So that's exciting that we're getting new Vinegar Syndrome announcements, new Arrow Video announcements. Love these boutique collecting companies releasing all of their stuff. And there's been a lot of stuff that's been announced in the past couple of weeks, guys, that I've kind of missed out on. I'm giving you kind of the greatest hits, like the overview. I'm not doing as in-depth of dive as I usually do, because I'm just trying to get through like the highlights and stuff like that. I'll be back to doing my more deeper dives next week. I know Indicator announced some new releases for January. I'm pretty sure Eureka announced some new ones for January as well, but I'm trying to get through these as fast as I can. I don't really want to make a 45-minute physical media report. Let's get into the next announcement, because these were announced more recently within the last couple of days. Good Burger. Do you guys remember the Kenan and Kel movie from the 90s, the Nickelodeon movie? That is getting a Blu-ray release from Paramount on February the 16th. So that's a movie I vaguely remember from my childhood. I know I've seen it, but I haven't seen it as many times as other people. I know that quote from it, like, who likes orange soda? Kel likes orange soda. I know that, but beyond that, I don't really remember much about that movie other than they worked in a fast food restaurant. But let's get into the next one, guys, because we got the John Hughes 5-film collection being released from Paramount. So 5 John Hughes films in 1 Blu-ray pack. This is being released on February the 23rd. This includes Ferris Bueller's Day Off, Pretty in Pink, Planes, Trains, and Automobiles, She's Having a Baby, and Some Kind of Wonderful. Now, I know he directed the first 3 that I went over. I'm not sure if he directed or just wrote She's Having a Baby or Some Kind of Wonderful. I would assume he just wrote those, because I don't remember those being in his filmography as far as him directing. So let's get into the next announcement, because we have an exciting announcement also coming from Arrow Video. This is being released on February the 23rd, and that's an American Werewolf in London Arrow Steelbook. This Steelbook is freaking awesome. It's the image of him when he wakes up. It's kind of like a dream sequence. I love that image of him. The great special effects makeup work by Rick Baker, which, speaking of Rick Baker, it is his 70th birthday today. So happy birthday to Rick Baker. And we're talking about him right now here on the Physical Media Report. I just wanted to shout that out, because I know I covered it earlier in my Instagram. I posted something about it, but definitely a legendary special effects artist. Made an awesome image that is on the steelbook of this release, and it looks incredible. I already have the Arrow release, so I'm probably not going to get it, but if you don't, like, this is definitely a great option for that release. So next up, guys, we have Host coming out on Blu-ray from RLJE on February the 2nd. So for those of y'all that don't know what Host is, now this is one of the, I believe, the first film that was completely filmed and released within the quarantine timeline. This came out on Shudder, I believe, over the summer. I haven't seen it yet. It's only 56 minutes, so I've thought about watching it numerous times, because I had Shudder for a little bit. I don't have Shudder right now, so when I get it back, I might watch this, or I'll just wait until the Blu-ray releases and I'll finally watch it. Either way, Host, I heard it was great. I think it got like 100% on Rotten Tomatoes there for the first month or so it was released. It might have dropped down a little bit now, but definitely want to check that one out at some point as well. But Max Cloud is coming out on Blu-ray on January the 19th. Not really familiar what this is, but the cover on the Blu-ray looks really cool, so that's why I'm talking about it right now. FATMAN, which I know a couple of weeks ago on the Physical Media Report, I announced that this was coming out that week because that's what it said. I guess it got pushed back last minute. This is coming out. The Blu-ray release of FATMAN starring Mel Gibson is coming out on January the 26th. So definitely get excited about that for all you Mel Gibson Santa Claus assassin fans out there. I don't know. So let's get into the deals, guys, because we got quite a few deals this week. Not as many as the Black Friday week, but we still got some good deals that are out there, you know, and I'm going to give you the whole spiel right here, guys. Here at the Mid-Level Media channel, we believe in helping you guys save a buck. We know times are tough. We know that you can't go out there and just spend $200, $300, $400 on movies every single week. You got to kind of wait, hold back. You got to pick your spots till the prices drop. I know this past Black Friday was like an awakening for me. It's like I need to stop buying all of these titles brand new, because they're going to come out with like for like $10 like a couple of months later if I could just wait. But because I have this channel, because I like getting all the new releases for you guys, to talk about them for you guys, I can't help myself. What can I say? But Westworld Season 3, the 4K of that is right now is $18.99. You can get that on Amazon, so that's a great price for that, because I think it's like $35 regularly. Chernobyl on 4K is $27.99 right now, so that's a good deal for that. Collateral, which comes out this week, is $19.99 on there or not. Not sure if that was a markdown or if that was always going to be that price, but that is $19.99. We also have Batman Death in the Family, which is a recent DC animated film. That is being marked down to $10.99 right now. The Game of Thrones 4K collection is $181.99. We also had the Blu-ray collection of Game of Thrones is $115.99. Boardwalk Empire, the complete collection of that on Blu-ray, is $67.99. And guys, one of the greatest rom-coms of the early 2000s. You got Kate Beckinsale, you got John Cusack. Serendipity is only $4.99 right now. The Blu-ray of that. If you don't own Serendipity, come on, what are you doing with your life? I've only seen that movie once, but I remember it being okay. The Back to the Future 4K trilogy with the hoverboard, I think this is the Amazon exclusive, is $58.99 right now, so definitely a great price for that. The 4K Ultra HD edition of the Bourne trilogy, the Ultimate Collection, I think this is all four Bourne films with Matt Damon, is $39.96, so definitely a great price for that. Mulan, the Blu-ray of that right now is $19.99. Perry Mason, the first season of that is $18.99 for Blu-ray, and this is a really good deal got right now, guys. You got the Shaun of the Dead, Hot Fuzz, and World's End, all three of those movies on 4K for $24.96. I know this is regular like $40, so great deal for that. Call of the Wild on Blu-ray is $8.99 right now. Great deal for that. Let's see. Coming to America, the 4K is $18.99 right now. Great deal for Coming to America in 4K. E.T., the 4K of that is $12.96. And it's Christmas time. The Santa Claus trilogy is $17.99 on Blu-ray. The Kill Bill, both of those films are $10.54 on Blu-ray. Let's see. The Hunger Games 4K film collection is $59.99. I think that is pretty much it. I'm not really seeing a whole lot more really great deals. So let's go ahead and jump into what the top 5 Blu-rays and the top 5 4Ks from last week were. I'm excited to see with all the sales going on, like what was actually came out on top, because I imagine it's probably going to be a lot of past titles because people that were waiting to pick these up for Black Friday. But right now, guys, I'm seeing a title that came out like over almost a year ago, the #1 Blu-ray seller, and that's Joker. And then #2, we got Sonic the Hedgehog. #3, we got the Harry Potter 8-film collection. That stays in the top 5 Blu-ray sellers. #4, we have 1917. #5, we have Birds of Prey and the Fantabulous Emancipation of One Harley Quinn. Sorry, I had to say the whole title. But let's get into the top 5 4Ks, guys. We got Top Gun on 4K is #1. Joker on 4K is #2. 1917 on 4K is #3. Birds of Prey is #4. And John Wick on 4K, the first John Wick, is #5. So definitely interesting that those were the top 5. I would assume that maybe Once Upon a Time in Hollywood might have popped in there. but I guess not. So with that, guys, we are going to get in what is new that is coming out this week. And like I said, because I'm a day behind, everything that I'm talking about right now is in stores or online to purchase right now, right this second. So let's talk about it. We got Total Recall on 4K, guys, being released by Lionsgate for $14.99. That is a hell of a price for a new 4K movie, by the way. I'm extremely thankful for it. And this is one that I have pre-ordered on Amazon right now. And if it's in stores tomorrow when I go out on my hunt, I'm definitely going to pick it up there and I'm going to cancel it because Amazon says it's not coming to my house for like December the 30th. So I'm going to try to pick this up tomorrow in stores. It also has a Best Buy exclusive steelbook for $18.99. So like I said, this is a great price for this release and I cannot wait to revisit this movie in 4K. It's one of my favorite science fiction movies of all time. It's one of my favorite Arnold Schwarzenegger movies of all time. 2 weeks, 2 weeks. And for those of y'all that think I'm crazy and you don't know that scene, watch the movie and you will understand. But yeah, definitely one of the best science fiction films of all time, directed by Paul Verhoeven. The same guy did RoboCop, Starship Troopers. It's just such a good movie. I love Total Recall. But that comes out today, so get excited and go pick that up. We also have Collateral, the 4K of that comes out today from Paramount for $19.99. I think I might pick this one up too. It's been a long time since I've seen it. I remember loving the movie. This is one of those Tom Cruise roles that is just so distinctively different from everything else that he's ever done in his entire career. It's like this and the guy from Tropic Thunder. It's like the two most wildly different Tom Cruise roles that he's ever done. And then like everything else is like just kind of mishmashed together. It's like, oh, he's Tom Cruise and he's in that movie. This one and Tropic Thunder is so drastically different. It's also got Jamie Foxx in it. It's a Michael Mann movie, same guy that did Heat. And yeah, I remember this movie being freaking phenomenal. I cannot wait to watch this in 4K. So I think this is going to be another one that I pick up on my out and about tomorrow. So definitely excited about that one. The Godfather Coda Blu-ray, which I think is like a redone version of The Godfather Part 3. That is coming out tomorrow from Paramount for $14.96. So definitely a good price for that one. We also have Possessor Uncut, the new Brandon Cronenberg film. And for those of you all that aren't following me on Instagram, definitely follow me on Instagram. I'm doing a Christmas Cronenberg month, or a Cronenberg Christmas month on my Instagram page. I'm trying to go back and rewatch all of the David Cronenberg films. I'm obviously very behind because my peak season put me behind, but I'm going to start getting back into the David Cronenberg films, watching some of those new Criterions that I bought. The Vestron release of Shivers and stuff like that, and trying to watch at least 10 Cronenberg movies is my goal for this month. But we have Possessor Uncut, his son's film. That is getting a Blu-ray release and that is getting a 4K release from Wellgo USA. And we have the Blu-ray at $17.99 and the 4K is at $27.99. So not a bad price for the Blu-ray, but I think the 4K is a little pricey for this one, if I'm being honest. But it's definitely a visually striking film that would probably look fantastic on 4K. But I still think that that's a little pricey. And as for the movie, yeah, I watched it. I thought it was a really good movie. I don't think it's like a masterpiece, but there's a lot to take in there. It might require a couple of watches to really dig into it, but I thought it was a really great like science fiction style horror movie and probably one of my favorite movies I've seen this year. So next one up, guys, we have Smiley Face Killers. Not really familiar with that. Getting a Blu-ray release from Lionsgate for $14.99. We have Westworld Season 3 4K Best Buy exclusive steelbook for $46.99. That's a really awesome looking steelbook. It really reminds me of like Arrival, just the way like the shape of the ink block, the circle. That got a 4K and Blu-ray release like a couple of weeks ago, so I guess they're a little bit behind on releasing the steelbook, but that comes out this week. We also have some Arrow video releases coming out this week as well. We have Cinema Paradiso on 4K. I know we talked about the Blu-ray, came out a couple of weeks ago. That is $35.32 for the 4K of that. We also have Versus, and we have Muschietti. That comes out for $27.99. So some Arrow video releases coming out this week to get excited about. We also have True Detective Season 1 through Season 3 on Blu-ray being released by HBO for $79.99. So all 3 seasons of True Detective for $80. That's a little pricey if you ask me, especially since it's Blu-ray. Like I would have think like maybe 4K, that would be okay, but I don't know. The first and third season are phenomenal seasons of television. One of the best in like the last 10 years. And I haven't seen Season 2 because everybody said it was garbage, but If you like that show, definitely get excited for that. Yellowstone on season 3 of that for Blu-ray is coming out from Paramount for $24.96. Another show I haven't got into, but I hear is great. So yeah, definitely need to check that one out at some point. Kino Lorber, the most consistent, reliable physical media company on this show that we talk about, is releasing 3 new releases this week. We have My Science Project, we have Casanova from Fellini, and we have The Return of the Musketeers, all released this week from Kino Lorber. And Sony is releasing a number of their catalog titles starring Jack Lemmon. All of these movies star Jack Lemmon this week as well. We have, that's the title of the movie, Madball, The Notorious Landlady, Good Neighbor Sam, and Under the Yum Yum Tree are all being released this week. So yeah, definitely a lot to get excited about this week as far as physical media. I believe next week we had Tenet that comes out in 4K, so, and some other things. So next week's going to be an exciting week as well. And then it'll kind of drop off as we go into the Christmas season, as it always does, and then it'll pick back up in January. So I'll have to kind of try to be creative for those weeks of the physical media report in order to put out good content. But again, guys, I cannot thank you guys enough for helping me hit 1,000 subscribers on this channel. We are at episode 34 on the physical media report and climbing. This has been one of my, I consider this show to be like my flagship show of this channel. I love doing this show. I love doing my Blu-ray hunts. I love you guys. I got more great content and announcements coming your way as we continue to grow and expand. And again, guys, if you haven't yet subscribed to my channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. I would definitely appreciate it. Please like the video, comment down below anything that you're excited about as far as new Blu-rays and 4Ks that are coming out this week. And yeah, guys, just thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.